Hey there, today it's all about begonias and specifically propagating begonias. I have what I think are a couple amazing begonias that are just doing wonderful. I have found the right place on my patio so they get the right amount of sun, the right amount of light, the right amount of shade, and then I try to remember to water them the right amount. They're protected from the heat of the summer, and now that we've reached the cooler autumn temperatures, wow, they're just doing their thing. And that's what they need to do. They just need to do their thing. But I want to make sure that I have these next spring as well. So I do a couple things. One, I'll winter them over. And if you're curious on how I winter them over, check my playlist. I will have a short tutorial on how to winter over your begonia, regardless of what part of the northern hemisphere you're in, so that you have the likelihood of them returning next year. But to be safe, I like to propagate a few, put them on the windowsill. And you know, when you're propagating and putting things on your windowsill, you want to do that sparingly. Don't just do that one day, because if you do it one day, your spouse will notice that all of a sudden you have all this crap in your house. So just do a couple here and there. They'll never know. And once they do figure it out, you'll have these gorgeous plants. So let's get to it. So I choose to grow tuberous begonias, and now is a great time to be propagating them. If you allow them to grow in your house over winter on a windowsill or a warm area that gets some good light, by next fall, you'll have great tubers. And then you can follow my directions on how to overwinter your tuberous begonia. So this is what we're gonna do. Now, begonias are super easy to propagate. Essentially, you're just gonna cut it and put it in water. So come down just below a leaf node, make your cut. Cut off any flowers. You don't want the flowers, you don't want energy going to the flowers. You want the energy going to creating new roots. And then I'm going to cut that bottom leaf. And then right here, this is where the roots are going to develop. And then I'm just going to place that in water, let it hang out for a few weeks. And you know, I say a few weeks. Could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, depending on what you got going, the heat, the light. Did you remember to change the water? Please change the water at least once a week on these. You'll eventually get roots growing out of there. Here about 4 weeks ago, we had a windstorm and some of my begonias, my trailing begonias, fell apart. So I took and I put some of those in water. So here, let me show you. Let me show you what you'll get going. So this has been in water for about 4 weeks. And here we go. We've got really nice roots growing. This is ready to be put in a pot with some starting mix, maybe some little perlite so it's nice and loose. I'll cut this growth off here because I'm gonna bury it. I'm gonna bury it to about here, this node right here, just so I've got some good root action growing. And then I'll keep that evenly moist, not overly wet, not sitting in water, and it will continue to grow over the winter. And next spring, I will be able to acclimate this back outside. I'll be able to pot that up into the hanging basket of my choosing, and I will have another begonia, and then I'll be that much happier as a gardener. So I hope you found this short video informative. I hope you give it a try. Let me know your results. And until next time, happy gardening.